Okay, she is doing the same thing over here, so we can take any piece here. Let's start there, and this can easily get very boring, so we just use just a few seconds so the audience get the point. Okay, she's looking, and that's it. We don't need anything more, maybe a little bit shorter even. And we take that down on the timeline. And that one is done. Okay, what is she choosing from then? I had some images of candy here, but actually I'm not going to use that because it seems very strange that we are looking at candy and then she gets coffee. That's not really logical, right? So even if these shots are looking good and tasty, we skip that because we just want her to have coffee. And there's another shot with lots of shots of candy. 3 shots of different candies. Okay. And I also have 2 different shots of choosing coffee, as you see here. And we have this one, we have this one, where she enters numbers, but that one is for the candy, the goodies. So we don't need that one. We need this one. And here you can actually see the coffee mugs, so it's easy for the audience to understand what happens. Let's play this and see what it looks like. Okay. We need some time here for the audience to understand and actually see that, okay, there are some coffee mugs and so on. So a few seconds just to make them understand that. Okay, then you get it. And then we see her finger selecting. And that's it. We can tighten it a little bit. She presses and then end. And this is a close-up, so we can have that one on video 3. And actually, we want to show that she's paying for this. And well, let's say that she make her choice first, and then we let her pay. And as you see, this is a very good example of how flexible storytelling is in movie, because we can choose here to have her pay before she selects, or the vice versa, by just changing the shots. Here is a sequence, a shot with a hand putting in the coins. I'm not really sure it's her hand. We had the 2 female actors actually, but that doesn't matter. And this can be very short. We just need this. The audience can see what happens here in just 1 or 2 seconds. So it can be very short. And we don't need to show 2 coins. It's okay with 1. It's a little bit slow at the start there, so I take the second one, so it's a little bit snappier. Like that. That's enough. Maybe a little bit too long, really. But we'll see. This is a close-up, so I put that on the top here also. And that's done. And then, of course, we need to see the coffee coming, and that's here. Waiting, 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 and there comes the coffee. And we can have just 1 or 2 seconds before the coffee comes, like this. Okay, we get it. There is coffee coming, so that's okay. That's done. And then, of course, a conclusion to it all with her drinking coffee. And of course we could have used shots of her going back to her seat, but we don't really need that because we know that she came from this seat and we understand that, okay, she went back and we don't need to see that. And I think that this scene, since this is the end shot, it concludes this scene. This one can be a little bit longer, just to let it sink in the mind of the audience that, okay, this is what happened. There. Okay, let's enlarge this to see how the video plays out. We back off and then we watch it. Okay, she is sitting down and then she walks up, walks to the front, stands there and shoes. Okay, it goes a little bit too fast here. And the first shots here, it might be a little bit unnecessary to have both of these. But yeah, it flows quite okay. I like both of those shots, so we'll keep those. I could have taken away one of them, just having one shot showing her getting out of the seat. But it's okay with two also. But further down it gets very fast. I think we need just 1 or 2 more seconds on this shot. Maybe 1 more second. These are very short really. Okay, we get it there. Let's finish there. And then this selection here, that one felt very, very short. I think that one needs to be longer. And maybe the coin also. Yeah, let's play it. And now we hear the audio here, how the machine starts, and then we can see that she puts in coin, and that is of course not logical, but as I said before, we're going to take away that audio basically. So maybe we need the coffee. I think we need to wait a little bit until the coffee comes, and then show it pouring. Because the tempo was a little bit wrong here, that it was quick, and then we suddenly were back in the seat, and there was something about that didn't feel right. So I'm actually making all of the shots a little bit longer. And also I can adjust the audio here. Sometimes I leave a little bit of the audio just to because if you only have the ambient, it's not really it feels disconnected. So I'll keep a little bit of the general audio here, or the audio from the shots. And this first shot here is very quiet. I don't hear anything, so I'll put up the audio on that one. There we have something with that. And then the next one is quite loud, so I lower the audio on that specific shot, like that. I use the effect control to lower the audio. And then let's see here. And now we have some loud audio again. Then I lower that one also. So I'm giving all the audio a little bit the same volume here. Very low, but still so we have something. And this one is obviously very high. That one needs to be taken down very low. Not that much maybe. And same here, but here I need the click from the button here. That click. I want that to be a little bit faintly heard. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And then of course we need these coins, but not that loud, just a little bit faint coin noise. So we pull that down quite much. And we don't want to hear the coffee machine starting. We just want the button here. So, okay, when we hear that click, I will animate the audio. Let's see. I will animate the audio to take away. To take away that completely. Okay, this will be a little bit rough now. This can click away. Coins. And I think still we need to wait a little bit until the coffee comes. And here we want to have the audio of the pouring coffee. So coin, wait, there it comes, and then she's back. Okay, now we have lots of audio here, and we have put down the audio. Maybe that one should be a little bit further down also. And audio, you can work with the audio forever. I add an audio track here. No video tracks, but one audio track. So we have, and I call that ambient here. Let's see, rename ambient. So on that one, I put the ambient audio. I have, for example, bass ambient. We don't need all of that, just this piece. And this is very loud, so we need to cut down that also. It's the, let's see, ambient. That needs to be lower. Yeah, something like that. Okay, this is just a very rough cut, but this is how it turns out. Let's look at it.